سران کشور بر همکاری‌های سیاسی، اقتصادی و نظامی میان کابل و واشنگتن در حال تاکید کردند که باراک اوباما رئیس جمهوری ایالات متحده آمریکا صفحه تازه روابط میان کابل و واشنگتن ابراز خرسندی کرده و بر ادامه روابط میان کابل و واشنگتن ابراز امیدواری کرد. شریف حسنیار، آریانا نیوز، قصر سفید.
This visit is an opportunity to begin a new chapter between our two nations. President Ghani and Dr. Abdullah, I thank you both for your strong support of the partnership between our two nations. And yesterday, they had a chance to spend time in Camp David with our respective teams and had excellent discussions on how we can move forward together. Today, guided by our strategic partnership, we focused on several areas. First, we agreed to continue to keep in place our close security cooperation. Afghanistan remains a very dangerous place, and insurgents still launch attacks, including cowardly suicide bombings against civilians. President Ghani is pursuing reforms to further strengthen Afghan security forces, including respect for human rights. And as part of the ongoing NATO mission, the United States will continue to train, advise, and assist Afghan security forces. As we announced yesterday, we'll work with Congress on funding to sustain 352,000 Afghan police and troops through 2017. At the same time, we'll continue to conduct targeted counterterrorism operations, and we agreed to maintain a dialogue on our counterterrorism partnership in the years ahead. Now, at our peak 4 years ago, the United States had more than 100,000 troops in Afghanistan. In support of today's narrow missions, we have just under 10,000 troops there. Last year, I announced a timeline for drawing down our forces further, and I made it clear that we're determined to preserve the gains our troops have won. President Ghani has requested some flexibility on our drawdown timelines. I've consulted with General Campbell in Afghanistan, my national security team, and I've decided that we will maintain our current posture of 9,800 troops through the end of this year. Afghan forces now have full responsibility for security across their country. Some 330,000 Afghans serve in the police and security forces, and they are making extraordinary sacrifices, fighting and often dying for their country, and they continue to grow stronger month by month. President Ghani, you've shown bold leadership in reaching out to Pakistan, which is critical to the pursuit of peace. Afghanistan and the United States agree on what the Taliban must do, which is break with al-Qaeda, renounce violence, and abide by Afghan laws, including the protections for women and minorities. Over the years, there have been major gains, dramatic improvements in public health, life expectancy, literacy, including for millions of girls who are in school. We'll continue to support the National Unity Government in its efforts to truly serve the Afghan people. America's combat mission in Afghanistan may be over, but our commitment to the Afghanistan people, that will endure. President Ghani.
All of us are committed to make sure that 36% of Afghans that live below poverty will live with dignity and one day, not in the distant future, see prosperity. I'm pleased to say that the departure of 120,000 international troops is not brought about the security gap or the collapse that was often anticipated. I'd like to pay tribute at this moment to the continuous sacrifice of the Afghan security forces, civilians, and a patriotic nation. Our patriotism is part of simultaneously our internationalism. We are unique in that we have embraced democratic ways. We are very proud of our Islamic civilization, but it's an Islam that is truly in dialogue with the world. And we have the capacity to speak truth to terror. They do not speak for Islam, we do. Our commitment to peace is clear. What we require is reciprocity so that Afghan patriots will choose the country over themselves and unite in resolving whatever might be that divides us. But we will not have peace with those who use our territory as a proxy for other purposes, as a battleground for alien forces, or as a launching pad for global terrorism.
البته سفر رئیس جمهور به کشورهایی که چین، عربستان سعودی، پاکستان داشتن به خاطر یکی از اجماع منطقه‌ای، ایجاد اجماع منطقه‌ای یکی از اهداف چیز از حکومت وحدت ملی در ارتباط به پروسه صلح و چین باعث یکی از دوست نزدیک افغانستان و پاکستان و عربستان سعودی همچنان میتونه نقش بسیار مهم و کلیدی در ارتباط به پروسه صلح و گفتگو مذاکرات بازی کنه. ایالات متحده آمریکا همیشه گفته که از یک پروسه صلحی که به رهبری و مالکیت افغان ها باشه حمایت میکنه و در ملاقات هم که صورت گرفت باز هم سری از این موضوع تاکید شد که ایالات متحده آمریکا حاضر است به خاطر از این پروسه حمایت میکنه و تشویق میکنه که باید هر چه زودتر گفتگو و مذاکرات صلح آغاز شود. در وضعیتی که میبینم تحولات اخیری که در کشور همسایه پاکستان رخ داده امیدواری هایی را پیدا کرده که به جا آورده که احساس میشه شاید پاکستانی ها به این نتیجه رسیدن که باید با افغانستان در ارتباط به صلح آوردن صلح و گفتگو و آغاز گفتگو و مذاکرات صلح با مابین حکومت وحدت ملی و مخالفین مسلح همکار باشن و ایره هر چه زودتر تشویق بکنن. امیدوار هستیم که گفتگو مذاکرات در هفته‌های آینده یا در آینده نزدیک شروع شود.